The Battle of the Somme was the first battle fought by both French and British troops together against the German offensive during World War I. It took place in northern France and lasted almost 5 months. It was the largest battle of the First World War on the Western Front, and more than 1 million men were wounded or killed.
Given the fact that Fort Nelson was used for training soldiers to go to the front, we felt the best way of commemorating 100 years since the Battle of the Somme, number one, show the Imperial War Museum filmed the Somme here, but show it within this artillery hall where many pieces from the collection from the First World War that were actually fired are here. I think that seems quite poignant. We've also handling sessions and talks using items that have been found at the site of the Somme, dug up from the trenches, grenades, shells, ballists, just to get a real gritty idea of actually kind of what it was like. At the time, Portsmouth was very much the home of the British Navy, so it had a huge naval connection. But it was also a garrison town, it has been for many years. So a lot of the troops would have been stationed here before going out and transported from Portsmouth as well to the front. And certainly, for example, at Fort Nelson, as well as some of the other forts, trenches were dug in terms of preparations.
To commemorate the centenary, an 18-pound artillery gun from World War I was fired at Fort Nelson. Fire! Artifacts and reenactors were also present to give visitors a more hands-on approach to learning about this battle.
This is a uniform that the majority of the soldiers in the First World War actually wore, but with certain modifications. Because I fire the 18-pounder, that was classified as part of the cavalry. And I am wearing spurs, jodhpurs, and the bandolier, the leather bandolier, which would be part of the uniform for the cavalry.
The gun was heavily relied upon during the war. 18 pounds is the weight of the shell used, and it's estimated that between 80 and 100 million of these were fired during the war. The round would be filled with ball bearings of shrapnel. A timed fuse at the top meant it could be made to detonate above enemy lines, with devastating consequences. The casings would be sent back to Great Britain to be refilled so they could be reused on the front. Commemorations for the battle continue through the weekend in the Solent area, as well as the rest of the UK and France. This is Stephanie Bosset for That's Solent.